Hey guys, I saw how well my 5 obscure GM trucks video did, and I figured you guys might want more obscure truck videos. So today I decided to do a Ford obscure trucks video. So as always, leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let's get into the video. Ford Ranger EV. The Ford Ranger EV was produced from 1998 to 2002 and was a battery electric EV version of the regular cab Ford Ranger pickup. Its primary competitor was the Chevrolet S10 EV, which I covered in my 5 obscure General Motors trucks video. This was Ford's first all-electric production vehicle and was produced in small numbers mostly for fleet customers. These trucks were rear motor, rear-wheel drive, and could only be had in the regular cab XL configuration. It used a 22 kilowatt-hour lead-acid Siemens Type 1 3-phase AC induction motor which made 90 horsepower. The only real difference that the Ranger EV had from a regular Ranger was having no engine, so some of the gauges were replaced with things like an economy gauge and on and off indicator. Each one also came with most of the standard equipment available on regular Rangers. Most Ford Ranger EVs were painted in Oxford white clear coat, but other exterior colors like light denim blue metallic, Pacific green metallic, and bright red were also offered. This truck cost $52,720, which is equivalent to about $100,063 today. Just like the S10 EV, Ford destroyed most of its remaining unsold stock of these trucks, although some are still around today. In total, Ford made only 1,500 Ranger EVs, so they are pretty uncommon to see. Ford Pompa. The Ford Pompa was a Ute pickup that was manufactured only in Brazil from 1982 to 1997. The point of this pickup being created was to maintain the comfort of a car while also allowing the ruggedness and versatility of a pickup truck. The Pompa was based on the Ford Corcel II as well as the Ford Del Rey. It had a front-engine, front-wheel drive layout, although it was also available in four-wheel drive. It came in trims such as L, GL, S, and Ghia. Interestingly, the S model had the same engines as the Volkswagen Gol GTS and Ford Escort XR3, which made it largely perform better and gave it a top speed of 106 miles per hour. Another interesting fact about this truck is that there were also alcohol-powered engine choices. The engine choices were 1.6 and 1.8 liter 4s. The 1.6 alcohol engine made about 75 horsepower, while the gas 1.6 made 73. I couldn't find information on how much horsepower the 1.8 made, although it's probably around the same as the 91 Escort XR3. The earlier models had carburetors and the older ones had fuel injection. Transmission options were 4 and 5-speed manuals. The Ford Pompa was extremely popular in Brazil and sold over 350,000 units. I find it interesting that it was so well known in Brazil, but obscure everywhere else. Lincoln Blackwood. The Lincoln Blackwood was a luxury pickup truck produced from 2001 to 2002 by Ford's luxury division, Lincoln. This truck was produced in the United States and for an additional year, 2003, in Mexico. Although the concept that was shown at the 1999 Detroit Auto Show was met with a largely positive public reaction, the same can't be said for the production model. This truck used the same chassis as the 10th generation Ford F-Series, and each one was available in crew cab form with rear-wheel drive only. It had a few interesting features, such as a built-in tonneau cover and hinged doors instead of a tailgate, in order to get the bed to function as a watertight trunk. It had full carpeting in the cargo area as well as full LED lighting and polished aluminum. The interior was fully carpeted just like the cargo space and had pretty much the same layout as the first-gen Lincoln Navigator. The Blackwood was only offered under one trim level, which was the standard model. It also came with only one transmission option, which was a 4-speed automatic. Under the hood was a double overhead cam 5.4 liter Intech V8 which produced 300 horsepower and 355 pound-foot of torque. There was one special edition model of the Blackwood, that being the Neiman Marcus edition. This special edition was pretty much the same as the regular Blackwood, except for a few special interior modifications. Lincoln only made 50 of these, and they all sold out in less than 24 hours of its release. As stated before, the Blackwood wasn't very well received during its production run, with most consumers being unhappy with the lack of versatility it had for a pickup truck, and with it only being rear-wheel drive. In total, there were only 3,383 Blackwoods made. The only real competitor the Blackwood had at the time was the newly introduced Cadillac Escalade EXT, and that had a sticker price of about $49,990. This was a way better price compared to the Blackwood, which was less practical and more expensive with a sticker price of $52,500. Lincoln would make a pickup truck again in 2006 called the Mark LT, with this one being much better than the previous. 2014 Ford F-150 Tremor. For the 2014 model year, Ford wanted to try out bringing a sports truck back to the market. To do this, they made the Tremor trim for the 2014 F-150 pickup truck. This truck only came in short bed regular cab form as well as 2- and 4-wheel drive in the form of the FX2 and FX4 packages. It came with sporty interior features such as special seat trim, a red stitch steering wheel, bucket seats, and a flow-through center console. It also had exterior features like a dark finish grille, HID headlights, special shocks, 20-inch wheels, sporty Tremor decals, and 33-inch general grabber tires. The only transmission option was a 6-speed automatic. The engine was Ford's 3.5-liter EcoBoost twin-turbo V6, which made 365 horsepower and 420 pound-foot of torque. Performance was pretty good, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.9 seconds to 60 on the FX2 and 5.8 on the FX4, as well as an electronically limited top speed of just 98 miles per hour. Interestingly, this truck was actually the only way Ford offered to get the EcoBoost engine in sport truck form. Compared to Ford's last sport truck, the 2004 F-150 SVT Lightning, it was a little less exciting, with a lower top speed and slightly slower 0 to 60 time. However, the 2014 F-150 Tremor is still an exciting sporty truck nonetheless. Ford F-150 Night. The Night trim was a special edition package that was offered on the Ford F-150 from 1991 to 1992 and was available on the XLT Lariat trim. This package included a sleek black paint job with special graphics, a sliding rear window, aluminum deep dish wheels, and a cloth flight bench seat with a power lumbar, as well as sport suspension. There were no chrome parts on this truck. Everything from the mirrors to the bumpers was body colored. This was primarily just an appearance package, so there weren't many differences besides the new decals and a small number of other features. In 1991, the Night package was only available on the regular cab F-150, but in 1992, Ford made it available in any style. You could get the Night package in both the 4x2 and 4x4 F-150s. Some of the engines you could get in this truck were the 302 cubic inch 5.0 liter V8, which made 185 horsepower and 270 pound-foot of torque, as well as the 351 cubic inch 5.8 liter V8, which made 240 horsepower and 340 pound-foot of torque. Some transmission options were 3- and 4-speed automatics, along with 4- and 5-speed manuals. In total, around 1,949 F-150 Night editions were produced. This package was actually also available on the Bronco, with 1,030 of those being produced. These trucks are pretty rare to see today. And those are 5 obscure Ford trucks for you guys. Let me know what you'd like me to cover next on this channel. I'm always open to anyone's suggestions. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Feel free to check out my other videos if you want to as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.